Shocking reveal. Paulo's family flies to Anaheim. Hosts expose a secret about Kim. Crowd left stunned. Hi there, welcome to Celeb Buzz, the hotspot for everything celebrity. From red carpet reveals to behind the scenes drama, we've got the buzz you crave. If you love staying in the loop, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share the love with your friends. Let's dive into today's celeb scoop. The atmosphere in Anaheim was already intense, but what unfolded during the show pushed everything into a completely different level of attention and speculation. Fans came expecting a high-energy event, especially with the presence of Kim Chiu and Paulo Avellino, but no one anticipated the kind of twist that would later dominate conversations across social media. What immediately caught everyone's attention was the reported presence of Paulo's family at the venue. The idea that they had Lumua's Pa made the effort to travel all the way instantly added weight to the event. In many cultural contexts, family presence at a public gathering, especially one tied to emotional or meaningful moments, carries significance. It suggests support, involvement, and sometimes even the possibility of witnessing something important firsthand. As the event progressed, the energy shifted from celebratory to intensely curious. The hosts, who were guiding the program, reportedly introduced a moment that would later be described as a nilantad na secreto. The word, secret, alone was enough to create a ripple of anticipation. The crowd, already engaged, became even more attentive, sensing that something unusual was about to happen. When the reveal, or what people perceived as a reveal, occurred, reactions were immediate. Descriptions of the moment consistently highlight one thing: shock. It wasn't a quiet reaction or a subtle shift in mood. It was loud, collective, and unmistakable. People in the audience responded instinctively, their reactions echoing throughout the venue. At the center of this moment was Kim Chiu. Known for her openness and expressive nature, Kim has always been someone whose reactions resonate strongly with fans. During this particular moment, her response, whatever its exact form, became a focal point. Whether it was surprise, emotion, or a mix of both, it contributed significantly to how the moment was perceived. Paulo Avellino, on the other hand, remained consistent with his composed demeanor, but that didn't mean his presence went unnoticed. In situations like this, even the smallest reaction from him becomes meaningful. His connection to both the event and the people involved, especially with his family present, added depth to the entire situation. The involvement of the hosts is another key element. In live events, hosts often control the flow, deciding when to introduce surprises or shift the tone. The fact that they were the ones who brought this secret into the spotlight suggests that the moment was, at least to some extent, intentional. Whether it was meant to entertain, surprise, or reveal something meaningful remains part of the ongoing discussion. What makes this situation particularly compelling is the combination of elements: family presence, a public setting, a supposed secret, and strong emotional reactions. Each of these on its own would be enough to spark interest. Together, they create a narrative that feels layered and significant. Social media quickly amplified the story, turning it into a topic of widespread discussion. Clips, partial accounts, and interpretations began circulating, each adding a new perspective. Some fans focused on the idea of the secret, trying to piece together what it could have been. Others highlighted the presence of Paulo's family, interpreting it as a sign of something more serious or personal unfolding. There is also a sense of curiosity about timing. Why reveal something at that particular moment? Why in front of such a large audience? And why with family members present? These questions continue to fuel speculation, keeping the conversation active and evolving. At the same time, it's important to recognize the role of interpretation in shaping this narrative. Without clear, confirmed details, much of what is being discussed is based on perception rather than fact. A moment that feels like a major revelation to one person might be interpreted differently by another. This is especially true in live events, where context can shift quickly. For Kim Chiu, the situation highlights both her influence and the level of attention she commands. Any moment involving her, especially one described as surprising or emotional, naturally becomes a focal point. For Paulo Avellino, the added element of family involvement brings a more personal dimension to the story, making it feel more than just a public event. In the end, what happened in Anaheim stands as one of those moments that captures attention not just because of what occurred, but because of how it was experienced. The reactions, the speculation, and the emotional intensity all contribute to a narrative that continues to grow. Whether the secret was truly significant or simply perceived as such, its impact is undeniable. It created a moment that people are still talking about, analyzing, and trying to understand. And as more interpretations emerge, the story only becomes more layered. For now, one thing is certain: the combination of surprise, emotion, and public reaction has turned this Anaheim event into something unforgettable. And as fans continue to revisit and discuss what happened, the question remains: what exactly was revealed, and what does it mean for the story that continues to unfold around Kim and Paulo? That's the latest from Celeb Buzz. If you enjoyed the scoop, smash that like button, subscribe for more star-studded updates, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a beat. Share this video with your fellow celeb fans, and we'll see you in the next buzz.